Pimp Squad Loyalty Crew. This is your boy. Today, it's not the Ghetto Cowboy. It's not Slappy. It's not Johnny Two Skulls or Rainbow Randy. None of that. It's just me, guys. Just me. I wanted to do this a couple of days ago when I found out, but it kind of hurt my heart a little bit. So I got a buddy of mine I need everybody to pray for. We all know him as the big dog, Dan McKenna. He had, if I'm not mistaken, he had like in your sinuses or whatever. I forget what it's called. He had to have surgery because they found cancer in it, right? So in his nasal cavity. Well, apparently when they took it out, they thought they got it all. And apparently not. I guess it's I think he said it's behind. Like some broke off and he went behind his nasal cavity. It sucks, you know what I mean? Poor dude went through hell with the first surgery. Now he's got to fucking suffer through the fucking second one. Sucks because the dude got a big heart. I mean, he been my friend. Oh my God, over 30 some odd years. We used to jam out to Vanilla Ice, all kinds of stuff. Just sucks. Because when I was a kid, you know what I mean, he helped me out. He was one of the guys that helped me out with bullies. Fucking, you know what I mean? He's just an all-around good dude, man. He'll always be there for you. If you're loyal to him, you ain't never got to worry about his loyalty, bro. Never, ever. Never got to question it. And Big Dog, if you can hear or you're watching, we got to get it today, bro. Got to get this win. Especially to a team who's only won one game. But please, guys, if you can, throw out your prayers. It would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, the guy's a great dude. And he don't deserve this shit. The poor guy's already suffered a fucking enough. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just a shitty deal. I don't. Just sucks. Like, when you think, you know what I mean? When you think the first thing, the first procedure's done and they say, oh, we got it all and blah, blah, blah. And then here to come to find out, they didn't. Like, what kind of fucking, I just, You know, like when my wife went through her brain bleed and shit, it was the same thing, man. You know, and then the doctors tell you, they come to you and tell you, yeah, we're sorry, but you know, we can't operate, we can't get rid of it because of where it's at. So now, you know, not only that, but now, you know, she's got to worry, you know, rest of her life if it's going to happen again. You know what I mean? Because they said it could. It's not. It's not. If it can happen again, it's when. You know, and that's scary too. But big dog, if you can hear me out there, buddy, we're praying for you, my man. We're gonna send some prayers up to you. Uh, we love you. And you know, we hope you get better, my man. We hope you get better. You know, I know you're. Listen, dude. There ain't even not a fucking shadow of a doubt that, like, there ain't even a shadow of a fucking doubt that I know that you ain't gonna get better because you will. You're a fucking. You know what I'm saying, dude? You're a fucking. You're an animal, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Dude. You've been. Listen, you're a fighter, bro. You always been a fighter. Uh, and we know you got this, dude. You know what I mean? We know you got this. You know, I got faith. You know what I mean? You got faith. Shit. You know what I mean, mine? So, you know, like I said, if anybody wants to throw some prayers up, just throw them down in the comment section below. It'd be greatly appreciated. He needs all, you know, he needs all the prayers that he could possibly have, you know, that he can possibly get. Um, uh, just sucks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be there to like, I don't know. It's crazy. But the dude is a fighter. Like I said, he always been. But big dog, you got this. You know, I love you, man. Because there was nights where fucking dude, there was nights where I, bro, I wasn't in a good place at all, and you hop on here, you know what I mean? You hop on my book and you talk to me, you know what I mean? I appreciate that, you know. And that's crazy because we live, you know what I mean? We live like he lives down south and I live, you know what I mean? I live up north, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I live in Jersey and shit, and we still keep in touch, you know what I mean? And we still talk like, but you know what I mean? We still talk like we're best friends, you know what I mean? Well, we're more than that. That's my big brother, you know what I mean? But yeah. So another thing is, I wanted to talk about my. I also want to talk about my situation, my mental state. So um, I don't know if y'all know this, but I've been suffering from PTSD and social anxiety with psychotic uh, features, and so. in your mind, a lot of people. I see a lot of people post on here about, oh, this one and that one and this one and that one, crying about this and crying about that. But like I've said before, you know what? Maybe they're not crying to get attention. Maybe, or you know what I mean. Maybe they're crying out for help. You know what I mean? Uh, Listen, a lot of people think that depression is only for women, and women, they're the ones that are supposed to air out their problems and blah blah blah. I'll tell you what, that's wrong. It's worse for men because men can't express their feelings to other men. You know what I mean? Because you don't know. You know what I mean? In this day and age, you know what I mean? Other men are probably, they go back and they go, oh man, you hear Joe Schmo over there. He's crying about his wife fucking somebody else, or he's crying because his bank account got fucking, you know what I mean? Or the stock market crashed and he lost a shitload of money or whatever. Nah, that dude needs to fucking get over it. But what if the guy can't? You know what I mean? Like, what if, you know what I mean? Like, what if because of people like that is the reason the guy can't get over it? Because there's nobody there for him to talk to. You know what I mean? It's different, like I said, for men than it is for women. Because women, they can, you know what I mean? They can gossip and spill beans and all kinds of shit whenever they want. Because that's the nature of a female. It's not the nature of a male to get on the phone and be like, hey, man, I'm really thinking about eating this gun. Blah, blah, blah. So, um, so to be real with yous, right? A lot of yous know me. I'm not a troublemaker. I never been in trouble with the law ever. So, exactly, Jamie, exactly. Like, see, right? So I see a therapist now. You know what I mean? Like a therapist, I'm on medication, but um, sometimes the medications don't work. You know, and so as I was telling them, Jamie, you know, I've been suffering from PTSD a lot. It's getting worse. Um, Social anxiety. It's hard for me to get out. And that's what pretty much ruined my marriage because of me, not you know what I mean, like shit that I've done. Um, so there was an incident a couple weeks back to where your boy ended up going to jail for a little bit, and it wasn't really nobody's fault but mine. And I to be honest with you, I really don't remember. You know what I mean? Like I remember the cops coming and banging on my window, and something just broke, and I thought somebody was trying to kill me uh, or break in. So I went outside. Uh, you say a couple officers came. Couple, needless to say, I'm not going into detail, but a couple officers got hurt, and I ended up going to. Well, I ended up going to the hospital first, and then I ended up going to jail, and because I've never been, convicted of a felony or any of that stuff. There's no in New Jersey. There is no. There is no bail anymore. It's called bail reform. So what they do is they uh, they look into your history and they how do you say it? They rate you on a number scale. I think it's like 1 through 6 or 1 through 10 or some shit. Uh, so if you've never ever 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 been in trouble with the law, they normally rate you as like a 1, or whatever, and then they release you, and then you wait for your court date, and whatever. So they released me because even like the judge asked the prosecutor. Now I would have been screwed. I would have been screwed if they would have filed what they called a motion to detain. Then I would have had to sit there until December. But like the prosecutor said to the judge, like we've checked his whole background, and he's never ever been, like he's not even a flight risk. So just let him. You know what I mean? So um, yeah. So so I got a court date for December 2nd. I'm looking at 2 counts of aggravated assault on peace officers. Uh, yeah, so that's not good. So right now they have me on pretrial intervention, so I got to call them every week, and then every other week is a uh, video court or video chat, something like that. Yeah, Jamie, I got lucky, but like a lot of people are saying, the thing is, exactly, like I thought somebody was trying to get into my house. Like I thought they were trying to kill me. Like, you know, oh fuck. Um, yeah. So, uh, and actually, what set it off? I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to. I can't really mention the the officers' names that were involved. Uh, because they like to go through your social media shit too. But the whole reason it was set off is because one officer came around the corner. You're there for a welfare check because somebody had called and said that I said I was going to kill myself or whatever. Which I don't know. It was just talk, dumb talk. But that person, apparently, that person loves me, so they didn't want to see me, you know, harm myself. So they called. But here's the point: you're there for a welfare check, right? You're not there to come there for one. You don't even know what my fucking story is, bro. And you're coming there talking shit like, oh, blah blah blah, holding up your phone, talking hella shit. You know what I mean? I don't really want to indulge in what he was saying, but he was instigating shit, and you know what I mean? And that's what started it all. I told him if he came near me, I was gonna fuck him up, and you know what I mean. So, uh, yeah. So one thing led to another. Blah blah blah. Uh, they fucked up my ribs because they jumped on me while I was handcuffed. But that's okay. So, you know what I mean? So that's just, you know what I mean? That's just what I'm saying is like, when somebody gets on here and they're calling out for help, man, try to help them because you don't know, you know what I mean? You don't know what their situation is. You know what I mean? You don't know if they're, trying to reach out to you, but yet sitting at their table while they're doing it and they're ready to eat a bullet. You know what I mean? It's just, I for me, I would rather talk to that person and be like, hey, man, listen, like nothing can be. Uh, exactly. No, no one. So Jamie's saying, no, knowing they obviously, I wasn't in the right state of mind, hence the welfare check. Why would they act fucking stupid? Well, that's fucking Phillipsburg for you. But I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at him, whatever. I'm just upset with myself because in 44 years, I've managed to keep my bad ass out of trouble. And, you know, uh, unfortunately, the depression and the PTSD and shit, just it won that day. You know what I mean? It took over. I was dealing with a lot of shit. Um, because also with PTSD, man, like it makes you oh it makes you think things that really that it makes you think shit that's really not true. You know what I mean? Like, no, no, Jamie, I am. I have I see a therapist uh every other Wednesday, one-on-one sessions and shit, which seems to be working because my anger's not as like I can control it now. You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to be able to control it. Um, but a lot of times, there's days where you just can't get motivated, man. Like, like my show should be up and running, and I should have 1,000 videos already. You know what I mean? I should be streaming like these fucking other YouTubers. They do 3, 4 videos a week. There's just days where, you know, there's just days where I just don't want to get up and deal with it. You know what I mean? But, now, after, you know what I mean, what happened, I, mm, who the hell? Somebody just, all right. Pull in and pull off. Oh, fucking well, mate. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I know, I know, I know, I know. Well, see, the whole thing, Holly, is I would get out of Peaburg, but I need to be here for my kids. So that's a negative, you know. Even though me and my wife are separated and shit. Like I said, I still need to be here for her and the kids. You know what I mean? Regardless if we're separated or whatever. Thank you, Jamie. Have a good day. But yeah, so so going back to what I was talking about before, please, guys, if you can, throw up some prayers for the big dog, Dan McCown. Uh, he needs all the prayers he can get right now at the moment. Great dude. I'm gonna sign off because I got some things I got to do. Uh, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. And yeah. Oh, Holly, believe me, that's coming really soon. Um, yeah, that vacation is coming pretty goddamn soon. uh, just got to figure out where I want to go. I'm thinking a cabin in the woods. You know what I mean? Right next to a lake, go fishing. You know, uh, I'm actually thinking about you know doing that. Taking the time, myself. Just go. by myself. Well, I mean, I'm sure Stacy would like to come down to see you guys, but I mean, I need a vacation to reset me, um, to fix me, to get my mind right. Um, I mean, I do have a vacation just for me and her planned already, but I'm talking like I need a small uh mancation, uh like I said, to reset my thoughts. And yeah, but Alaska's expensive. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. But all right. Well, this is JP McKenna signing off. I love y'all. Have a good day and enjoy some football. Let's go, Giants!